Um, wait, help. What am I supposed to do? Okay. Well, welcome to the stream. Good morning to my fellow early risers. It's another tournament day. Today we have Pallet Warriors versus Rebels, and for the moment, I believe both teams are finishing up the coin toss. So while we're waiting for that, I actually have a little bit of information about the teams. I think today's matchup is going to be pretty exciting. We have some pretty well-seasoned players on both teams, as well as a few new faces. So the matchups could be quite interesting. It looks like we have quite a few Justice fans in the chat. See, Justice on Team Rebel. I was snooping through their profile a little bit. I see that they've got over 10,000 matches that they've played. Let's see. Also saw that got an S badge for a certain character. I won't spoil it, but that will be fun to see. Okay, it looks like we have the bans in. So after the coin toss, it looks like Team Rebel has chosen to ban both Sacred Heart Hospital and Arms Factory. And after that, it looks like Pallet Warriors has chosen to go to Leo's. And in terms of who is going to be hunting first, I believe it's Team Rebel. Alrighty, looks like we're about to get into our first match here. So hunting first is gonna be nobody. Picking out the seer and the antiquarian for the first bands. Let's see what our survivors have to respond with. Mechanic and prisoner. Okay, going for a very classic duo. Banning out the first officer, pretty solid rescue. Not typically one that I see first round, but we'll see. Picking out the aeroplanist. Okay. And the final band looks like it's going to be psychologist. Oh, okay. Looks like we're going double decoder and then double rescue too. And then perhaps maybe unsurprisingly, the hunter pick is Goat Man. Okay, looks like we're having a bit of technical difficulties. The match should resume shortly. So sorry for the wait, guys. But we'll be restarting the match pretty quickly here. Just one moment. Let's see. In terms of what the hunter might bring for trait, we often see Goatman carry abnormal. That might be a good idea considering we have the two decoders. Oh, looks nope, we're still waiting to get back into the match. Um, let's see. The survivors playing currently are um let me check. Survivors currently playing would be Pallet Warriors.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, looks like we are back in it. This time we have the area selection on. Okay, let's take a look at build. Pretty standard stuff. Looks like we have no BT for the prisoner, double tied on the two rescuers as expected, and the flywheel on the mech. Let's see, mech posted up in the factory, with prisoner in shack, and two rescuers kind of out in middle. Seeing the Goatmen choosing to sort of complete the puzzle and spawning on the left side of the map. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say that the Goatman will probably possibly might chase the Gravekeeper first. Um, Otherwise, I'd say go after the prisoner, but we'll see what happens. Okay, opting not to bring abnormal on his Goatman, but a standard blink instead. Blink looks like we have. Yep. Hmm. Oh yes. Okay. Trump card into detention. Going after the prisoner. Ooh, not quite getting him in the cage, but better luck on the second try. Good choice not vaulting that pallet. They really making use of these pallets here. I suppose that is in the name, Pallet Warriors, after all. Oh, and our first pallets. Really living up to the name. I wasn't too sure, but looks like we do indeed have some Pallet Warriors here. But at this moment, looks like Blink is up, so the Goatman could choose to use that right about... Oh, might not have to. Flywheel. Probably has a sense that the prisoner does not have any BT at this moment. See, looks like we have the airplanist already posting up, getting ready to get this rescue. That's probably the most optimal choice, considering Goatman is pretty famous for stuffing those rescues, but it looks like he might... No, not quite. Nope, now he's got sight of the airplanist. Not quite catching him outside the cage, and it's going to be a pretty safe rescue. On the side of Cyphers, it's looking real good for the survivors. Ooh. Okay, just barely getting the prisoner. Let's see. The Gravekeeper already coming in. Okay, hopping into that shovel, looking like he's gonna choose to wait out the cage. Well, just taking the hit. Just on a little bit of time. It looks like they might just barely have enough time to prime the Cypher. But we'll see if this prisoner can live just long enough to make it happen. Oh, oh. Ooh. And it looks like it's going to be enough. And they just pop right away. Oh, but the prisoner does not have BT. That's unfortunate. Looks like the Gravekeeper may have jumped ship a little bit too soon. Probably could have helped a little bit with supporting, considering that lack of BT. But you still have 3 players on the map. You still have plenty of resources. And it looks like we might be looking at a tie here. The Goatman still has his trump card, but oh! Able to catch the airplanes down. Let's see. Those gates aren't moving too quickly now. Let's see what the survivors choose to do with this situation. Ooh. Nice attempt, but looks like... Oh, looks like the Gravekeeper manages to make it out. Are they going to save their airplane's teammate, though? It might just barely be enough. Get the rescue. We still have some resentment on the board. Oh, it was a rescue with the bot. Wow, okay. It goes to show you the power of Mechanic. The Mechanic-Prisoner duo has really worked out. Oh, and they secure the tie. And the prisoner does a flop into death. There we go. Looks like our first match has ended with a tie. Good job to both sides of the team. Yeah, the prisoner put up a 102-second kite. Pretty impressive, especially against a Goatman, which most people struggle against. We got very solid rescues on actually all 3 survivors. Even the Mechanic pulled off an amazing rescue at the end there. Overall, a pretty standard-looking match, in my opinion. Let's see how Pallet Warrior Let's see how Pallet Warrior Hunter responds with this one. Good to see we have lots of supporters in the chat. I see somebody quite literally named Nobody Supporter. Once again, good job to both teams. That was an amazing kite put up by the prisoner. Really did play around those cages. Wasn't too worried about breaking the cages, just was comfortable playing in the area. The other teammates, they really did their jobs, they did their rescues, they did their decoding. Nothing too crazy this match, honestly. Okay. Assuming the Music Man is going to be the hunter to play next, I wonder if we'll see a Mad Eyes. I was doing my little snooping around and I saw a few badges here and there. But what do we think about Mad Eyes on Leos? I've seen it done before. Um, Not too often versus other maps like Ever Sleeping Town or um, Moonlit. But I wonder if it's possible. Or it's possible that Music Man might save the Mad Eyes for a different round, but we'll have to wait and see. Is Music Man the man of the music? I mean, I guess we'll find out. Okay, my sources tell me that Mad Eyes is not typically a good player to play on Leos, but I can be hopeful. I always love to see a good Mad Eyes game. I think it's fascinating to learn all the different strategies that teams try to go for in order to beat such a rare character to see, honestly. Sure, we see him a lot in tournaments like Koa. He is known to be a specialty pick, but I do love to see what NAEU survivors and players choose and what strategies they come up with to try to take on this tough hunter. And also, big shout out to like our Mad Eyes players. I can't wrap my mind around it. I know people spend hours just trying to learn how to play the character and then spend hours playing the character because those matches can be kind of long. So once again, big shout out to those guys. Let's see. Okay, a little bit delayed to the party, my bad, but looks like we got a ban, pretty standard ban, honestly. Seer, Psychologist, Embalmer, Knight. Knight is a good Mad Eyes counter. Well, sort of. Depends on who you ask. On the side of the survivors, we've got Coordinator, Prisoner, Far Lady, and Magician. Oh, looks like we have the opera singer, so no Mad Eyes just yet. But let's see. Okay, once again, the double decoder strategy. I don't disagree, especially on this map. And especially as round one, you see it being picked more and more. Look at these builds. Okay, we have no BT on the Magician and the Prisoner. We have BT on the Pharaoh Lady and the Coordinator, and the Coordinator with the Tide. So once again, we've got this sort of double rescuer, double decoder situation going on. And pretty similar spawns too, with decoders in Shack and in Factory, with our rescuers hanging out there in the middle. Let's see, if I'm remembering correctly, I believe that these are some comfort picks for our Rebel survivors. Yeah, it looks like Justice has at least a former S badge for Magician, so everyone be sure to look out for that. Let's see, Pharaoh Lady. I don't know if, yeah, it looks like we have oh no. There's another member on their team that has a badge currently for Pharaoh Lady, but that person is not the person currently playing Pharaoh Lady in this match. Alrighty. Let's see. I am assuming that we'll take a similar route of chasing in Shack first, but we'll see. I've heard mixed reviews on whether or not Opera is good on Leos or not. I hear there's lots of objects to bump into. But dang, look at the smooth gliding of this Opera. Amazing. Oh, choosing to go all the way for the Magician. Okay, I'm a little surprised. Choosing to transition out of this area instead of staying. Interesting. Ooh, looks like we have to use a wand. Look at that. It's perfect. Opting not to camp the pallet. Just rotating all the way around. The cooldown for wand should be over by now, I believe, so that option will be available. Really not camping the pallets, and I think Music Man has figured out that we're not camping pallets, so he just swings right through it. Once again, using that wand to get some distance and some extra cover. Okay, switching up the pattern now with that pallet stun. Pretty amazing kite so far, honestly. Taking advantage of the shadow step. Oh, and oh, wow. A beautiful flywheel. But Opera kind of has a built-in trick of her own or two. Oh, that possibly could have been a pallet stun. Wow. Okay. And we finally get the down at just about 3¼ ciphers completed. Looks like we might try to get a hit on the... Oh, no, not quite. Flipping back. We see Coordinator taking the time, really trying to make use of this chair time. And let's see, are we going to go for gun? Are we going to go for gun? Nope, not quite. Looks like we'll save the gun for later, possibly for end game. Oh, and that's full presence, folks. Hey. And with Basement not in Shack, we can use it to gain just a little extra time. And now they're on their last cipher. But it hasn't been touched yet, so we'll see if we can buy enough time for the Magician to hopefully get us to endgame here. And we got the Fire Lady here. Okay. Not very well known for her rescue speed, but we'll see if we're forced to make this happen. Oh, Pallet stun again. Pallet Warriors meeting their match. See, switching up the trails quite a bit, causing a little bit confusion as to possibly where this Magician has gone. But it looks like we're all in for protecting the Magician. Can they do it for 70% more? Oh, okay. Fire Lady taking the hit. Prisoner here too. Oh, just barely not get the stun. I think the Magician needs to get out of here. Yep, looks like the Magician is heading far away. We got about just a little under half a cipher to go. It looks like we have the Coordinator on it. Slight debuff there, but we should be okay. Look how fast she's moving. Oh, but this could be a problem because we don't all have BT here. Oh, possibly going in for the shock. Oh, and they choose to just pop the cipher. I don't disagree, honestly. If they're looking to settle a score here, or at least match up their points, this is probably the best choice. They could have Coordinator. Oh, and we got the teleport. Oh, what a beautiful move there. From both sides, honestly. The Survivor trying to go for that flywheel, just barely getting it a little bit too early. The patience from the Opera into that final hit, and then elimination. But we've got 3 players still left on the board. We've got a gun. We've got a prisoner shock. And we've got a few Arrowmance canes, or whatever they're called. Whoa, choosing not to go. Oh! Oh, is it a 3-scape? No. Oh my gosh. That gun. It was a good thing the Coordinator did not use that gun early on after that first rescue. That really came in later. Wow. That was amazing coordination on the side of the survivors. It was just almost too much for the Opera to handle. I wish my rank randoms could have that level of cooperation, but that's just wistful thinking on my end. See, I can't currently see the stats for this match, but you all saw it on the screen. That was once again another amazing kite from one of the survivors. I think you could really see that S badge coming out. And pretty amazing support from the rest of the team too, sending not just one survivor, but 2 of the survivors to protect the mage, while Coordinator finished up the rest of the ciphers. I don't know about you guys, but I honestly was like, are we gonna get a prisoner attack cancel? Attack recovery cancel? Because we have the gun and we have the shock. But if we mess up the order here a little bit, that could be quite the game changer. But looks like it's worked out for our survivors. A little bit surprised the Opera did not go for. Oh. We're gonna just see Lolzy's lobby. That's nice. Look at that. Look at that. Got the bookcases. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised the opera did not go for the fire lady. Um, Perhaps the turtle just blended in with the snow too much, or maybe we had other priorities, but with that, she was able to get the gate open. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, looks like we are currently asking both sides if they are going to do any substitution. For the moment, no. Looks like they're gonna stay with their same lineup, which means we might possibly get that Mad Eyes later. Um, just interesting for me to see. Let's see. Okay, Pallet Warriors, it's their turn to ban a map. It looks like they're choosing to ban Red Church. Interesting. Red Church, also known as a very great map for Mad Eyes. Sorry, I keep mentioning the Mad Eyes, but obviously I'm pretty interested to see it. And now on the side of Rebel picking a map, they've chosen to pick Moonlit. And then in response, Pallet Warriors has chosen to put out their survivors first. All right, folks, not long to wait. Looks like we are getting into it pretty quickly here. All right, as a small reminder, global bans are Mechanic, Prisoner, an Aeroplanist, and no more Goat ban. I'm kind of surprised, honestly, to see Moonlit. Um, in my small amount of like competition experience, Moonlit is not played too often. It tends not to be a favorite of a lot of teams. So this will be fascinating for me to see as well. A lot of shenanigans we can pull here with the roller coaster. And of course, depending on what characters we choose here, Moonlit could be just what they need to either pull ahead or to stay in the lead. We'll see. I see someone talking about banning maps and rank. I I personally wouldn't mind that. I think my number one ban. What would my number one ban be? Ironically enough, I'd say Moonlit. I am not a Moonlit enjoyer. I have really bad times on that map. Which good for the hunter, not so much for me. Once again, another reason why this will be a really interesting match for all of us to see. I'm always looking to learn more, and who better to learn it from than these two amazing teams right now? Okay, first two bands, Seer and Antiquarian. Pretty standard. Nothing unexpected there. And then as for the ban on the survivor side will be the shadow. Don't disagree. That is a lot of map presence in a lot of area. Oh, but with the ban of the antiquarian, priestess manages to slip through alongside the lawyer. Pretty standard pick so far. I wonder if that is going to come back to bite nobody, but we'll have to wait and see. Mercenary ban. Okay. Acrobat. These are some pretty strong characters. Alright, final ban on the side of the hunter. I'm guessing some sort of support, like maybe psychologist? No, another rescuer. Okay. I wonder if we have a... Oh, and then answering with a journalist. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, once again, I'm seeing some comfort picks here because Doofy actually has a S badge for journalist, which I don't know if I said it before, but I am a rescuer main, and so I'm always excited to see rescuers shine. So we might get to see some S badge journalist in action here. Acrobat, just a solid pick overall. Lawyer, depends on who you ask. I think he's a pretty good decoder. And then Priestess with that worldwide support. Now let's see what nobody chooses for Hunter in response to this team comp. And it's the Hullabaloo. Not surprised. I believe I saw some medals on nobody's profile for Hullabaloo, so I think they know what they're doing. Hmm. Alrighty. Ooh, not looking like your most standard. Well, maybe. A little bit different from your standard rank spawns. We have the decoder in the tent, we have support on the top right, we have rescuer on bridge, and then acrobat choosing not to go into that bottom left corner, but it looks like the Hullabaloo still chooses to end up in that spot right between. Question is, are we gonna get a Mike Morton versus Mike Morton, or are we gonna try to find the lawyer that can see through walls? Oh, let's look at some builds here. Full kite on the lawyer, not surprising. Ooh, no BT on the priestess either, which I'm a little bit surprised about. In order to get the broken windows and the tide, and once again, kind of looking at a double at a rescue and then a sort of support rescue, and then pretty expected builds for both the journalist and the acrobat. I don't know if I agree with the no BT on the priestess, to be honest. I honestly would have put no BT on the acrobat, but we'll see what these teams are cooking up. Oh, look, we have the limited S tier costume. Looks like we are going for the lawyer. Now, last time we chased Zev, it didn't work out too bad. It didn't work out too great either. Oh, and was that the peeper? Yep, we've got the peeper in the mix, so of course we're going after the lawyer. Can't really hide from us now. Using to play around these pallets. So far working out. Let's see. Ooh, not getting that terror shock. Well, my bad. I just got knowledge checked because lawyer doesn't get terror shocked. My bad. Still playing around these two pallets. Oh, look at that flywheel. It always feels good if you can land one of those. Okay. Pretty standard down. We have about the ideal amount of percentage on all the ciphers. Looks like we have a journalist coming in. And I wonder if we're going to see any journalist support afterwards. Journalist support from against a hullabaloo is a little bit shaky. Oh, able to spot the journalist out pretty quickly. I wonder if she'll end up using her rescue illusion. She might not have to, though. She's made good distance. We're getting a little bit stuck on the wall there. And a pretty safe rescue. Pretty standard. But we've already got the down. Possibly gonna try to go for that. For the world portal. Not quite making it. Priestess is choosing to stay on this side of the map. Seems like a good idea considering Priestess will probably be the next rescue. Alright, Priestess trying to buy out some time here. Oh. Possibly struggling, but will it happen? Oh, not quite. And we don't get the lawyer rescued on this time. Unfortunate. Priestess does have some materials to work with. Looks like maybe even the lawyer had a map, a little bit of map that one of the players could pick up after using their items. Love the acrobat accessory, by the way. Oh! And another stuffed rescue. Journalist is going to do her best, probably going to try to, no, not exactly buying time for the acrobat to heal. But we are a little bit pressed for materials here. Okay, and the priestess back in the chair. Wow. Managing to heal that acrobat. They're both going to split ways. Try to take the hunter as far away from each other as possible. Switching, going for the acrobat instead. I don't disagree. We have the Mike versus Mike. Not quite getting that pallet stun. Good avoiding. Oh, not quite. Because Hullabaloo, you just kind of jump over those. I suppose you could say he is the ultimate pallet warrior counter. Once again, just making it over that vault. Oh, getting a little bit mixed up with the Orphe. But wasn't enough for the acrobat to heal. Not quite. We might, looks like we're looking at a 4K for this round, everybody. Kind of fascinating. We did a little reverse. Usually we see ties in round 2 and then 4Ks in the first match. But looks like we have more to see from both teams. Congratulations to nobody. What a beautiful performance with that hullabaloo. I think the fate of this match really fell on those stuffed rescues. Pretty hard if you're not a rescue character. Um, yeah. Alrighty, Pallet Warriors will need a 4K to tie this round up. Let's see what they pull through. Looks like we are heading right into the next round. Oh, looks like I got knowledge checked again. Yeah. Acrobat could not pick up any other items. My bad, everybody. Alright, small reminder for the global bans here. On the side of survivors, no coordinator, prisoner, or fire lady. On the side of hunter, no opera singer. But is this the moment, guys? Is this when we're gonna see that Mad Eyes? I sure hope so. Kind of a dangerous character. It's a lot of work for possibly not enough payout, but I believe. We will see. We will see. Once again, the coordination between this survivor group we've seen to be pretty good. Watching them support and rescue in the previous round goes to show that they're quite coordinated, and that might be enough to potentially carry them through a Mad Eyes match. But we'll see. We'll have to see what the sides pick. Once again, Pallet Warriors will need a 4K in order to tie up this round. So the pressure is on. Not jealous personally. I see something about Mind's Eye Justice. Do you guys know something that I don't? Hmm. I think it's possible we could see a good amount of borrowed time on this comp to really ensure that they do not get that 4K. We could see some harassers come out. There are plenty of ways to try to guarantee not a complete loss. But let's find out. Oh, I see somebody saying Justice playing either Enchantress or Merc. I did see some medals for Enchantress on Justice's profile, so possibly. Okay, looks like also choosing to ban the Shadow, and then on the side of Survivors, banning that Embalmer and Psychologist, both some pretty tanky characters. First choice. Oh, there we go. We have a Harasser now out on the board and a Mercenary for a pretty secure rescue. banning out the seer. And then we see a perfumer. Okay. And finally, banning out the mechanic just to kind of slow down that decoding progress. Let's see if the survivors choose to have a decoder next. No, another harasser. Okay, so it looks like we're going on the side of harassing until we can hopefully get a 4-man endgame. Okay. SGI on the Antiquarian, Justice on the Mercenary. Whoever said that in chat, congrats. You should be the next seer. The Horrors on Perfumer, and I Heart My BF on the Archer. I remember seeing a B badge for Archer for I Heart My BF, so that'll be pretty exciting to see. On the side of the others, honestly, guys, these survivors, they had their profiles locked down pretty tight. I cannot glean too much information from what was publicly available, but that just makes it more. The Dream Witch, yo. Yes, I did know that Music Man also played Dream Witch. Oh, how exciting! Okay, not going for the Mad Eyes. I kind of agree. I think possibly with what little knowledge I have on Mad Eyes, I don't think that would have been the best comp for him to go against. But now we've got the Dream Witch. Okay, I'm equally excited to see Dream Witch. Also, another hunter that is going to require a good amount of communication between your survivor team. But we could see some beautiful things happen from either side here. All right, builds. Flywheel, flywheel, flywheel. Full kite for the perfumer. Flywheel on the antiquarian. Tied on the mercenary. No flywheel merc. Doesn't exist. Trust me, should not exist. And then flywheel on the archer. Pretty standard stuff. We usually see our harassers carry flywheel. We'll see. Against a Dream Witch? We'll see how well these traits come into play. Okay, looks like we got the Tomie skin. Controversial take, just to start up a little drama here. I don't actually like this skin. Maybe that makes me lame. That's okay. Just not for me. I like a lot of other Dream Witch skins out there. Alrighty. Got the follower and the main body follower out there. Oh, choosing to use that stun pretty quickly. Not getting that pallet stun though. Let's see. Choosing to hit with the antiquarian's follower. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Main body follower taking a little bit more time to catch up. Easy man, bringing out the patroller to try to close down that distance. Oh, but not quite getting the swing. But the patroller does come into play there. Allows the Dream Witch to go through the pallet safely. And here we go. Moving the Merc off his Cypher there. Possibly going to try to go for an early rescue. We'll see. The ciphers are pretty standard. We have about 2.5, which is what you see usually around the first chair mark. Standard rescue there. Let's see if we pull out either another patroller or if we possibly switch to the blink here. Also interesting that this man did not decide to go for that excitement play. Seems to be pretty confident in dealing with these harassers. Bringing the Antiquarian all the way back to this chair, chairing on the Cypher. Pretty good play. The Archer coming in, probably going to try to harass in the last bit. Considering the Antiquarian is almost out of Bamboo Flute, probably a good idea. Really stalling out the chair, getting that hit. Standard rescue. And there's the harassment. What we see is, well, looks like we might, yep, we see the switch into Blink. But the Antiquarian manages to use up just that last bit of flute. Really zeroing in on this Antiquarian. Usually, we see, oh, there's the Blink. Oh! Into the Terror Shock. Alright. That's the Antiquarian out of the game. As I was saying, usually we see a little bit more Cypher pressure from Dream Witch. Really making use of the fact that we can have so many bodies out there on the map. So the Cyphers are looking a little bit bad for the Hunter at this point. Pretty good for the Survivors. But considering we're looking for a 4K, we could still be heading that direction. Let's see. Still plenty of resources on the side of the Survivor. We still have 3 elbow pads. We still have plenty of resources for the Archer, and 3 full perfumes for the Perfumer. Merc's doing a pretty good rotation. Doing best just to, well, taking the follower hit. Alright, we are on our final Cypher with some despair. Gonna be putting pressure on the Archer here. We're just playing a lot of Ring Around the Rosie. But all this drawing the Hunter away, distracting, it's allowed for the Survivors to get that last Cypher, and we pop it. Looks like we're gonna go for this mercenary. Pardon me. Looks like we're gonna go for this mercenary. Probably looking to zone the Merc more towards this direction, towards where the other follower is waiting. But we still have plenty of resources, once again. Other 2 Survivors are making their way to the other gate. Pallet Warriors need this 4K. Not quite getting the hit there. And using that last elbow pad. Trying to catch out the last two survivors, but not quite there. We do have the dungeon up at North Bridge, which the mercenary is far enough away that probably won't get dungeon, but looks like he might try. Nope, not quite. And we just surrender. Okay, a tie for the Dream Witch. A tie for the survivors. Oh, I can do interviews. Sure. Gotcha. All right. Big congratulations to Rebels then. Okay, we'll do, let's see. Pretty standard rescues throughout that match. I think that really sealed the deal. They were able to do their support as they planned. Antiquarian put up a pretty great fight for the kite, and it led into a 3-man endgame. Looks like we have a winning player interview coming up here next. So that'll be exciting. Stay tuned for that. Looks like we are just getting ready to drag them in. All right. Glad to see all the support in chat. Give a good warm congratulations to our winners and also to our opponents too here. Both sides put up an amazing fight. And of course, I am thoroughly entertained, as I hope you guys were too. And there you go. Perhaps the trick to Moonlit is running in circles. Perhaps that's the play. Looks like we are deciding on who we're going to interview here, who we're going to pull for the interview, getting them into the right channels. Should be here shortly. Yeah, the stuns were quite amazing. Did pretty well. The timing too of the trait switch right into the antiquarian stun and buying just enough time to play around that palette a little bit more. Hello?
Oh, hello.
Hi. Welcome.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How are we feeling?
Amazing. We're really proud of ourselves right now. Like we worked hard.
Yeah, as you should be. It was amazing. I was saying throughout the commentary that you guys seem to have some really good communication between yourselves.
Yeah, most definitely. Like we work on comms like every single practice.
Amazing. Honestly, I should take some notes. How are we feeling about that last match?
I mean, I was shocked. Like, I'm surprised by how, like, well my survivors can perform, especially under pressure.
Okay. And were they feeling the pressure?
Most definitely. But hey, they pushed through it. They got a tie,
Mhm.
almost a win.
Yeah. How do we feel about the Dream Witch and all of that? Were we
Ooh, I mean, we
expecting
were
it?
definitely, yes, we were expecting the Dream Witch because we did a research
Okay.
on Music Man.
There you go. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering if it was gonna be Dream Witch or possibly the Mad Eyes.
Yeah, Mad Eyes or BQ. We were preparing for
Mhm.
everything. And we
Nice.
respected his IV, so that's why you banned it.
Gotcha. Yes, I also saw that on the list of possible, hunters. Let's see, hmm, just looking through some notes here. Lots of Justice fans in the chat, by the way.
Yes, he's
People like
famous.
Justice. Also, lots of Nobody, fans too,
Yep.
and they did not disappoint.
No, yeah.
So be sure to let them know that they were pretty well appreciated.
Yep. I mean, you guys are gonna see us in the finals. Trust me. I'm that
Okay.
confident. Yeah.
I love it. I
Bet
love to
on it.
see it. Love to hear it. How are you guys gonna prepare for your next matchup, do you think?
Well, we might do a scrim and we're still gonna
Okay,
do our own practices. So yeah.
sounds good. What would your, what would your advice be for, improving comms between team members?
I'd say focus on the important information.
Okay.
Like, don't say anything that doesn't help with the match. For example, like, when is
Mm,
blank up? Where's the hunter going? Stuff like that.
that's stuff that you would prioritize, you mean?
Yes. Especially, like, where's
Gotcha.
basement? Where's the hunter? Is the hunter on you? Where's he going?
Mhm. I know for me, my team, like, oh, I love to yap. I love to just chat. So definitely good advice from me.
Yeah, I gotta
Mhm.
prioritize what you say, definitely.
How do you, you were talking about, the pressure, like, how do you guys support each other through sort of the nerves and the pressure of the competition?
Well, you definitely gotta say anything positive. Don't try to bring up anything negative that can, like, ruin the team's motivation, I guess.
Mm, mhm.
You gotta keep that positive energy circulating.
I agree. I think it's really easy to get negative, to be like, "Oh, man, I'm not
Mhm.
doing well," or "This other person is not doing
Yeah.
well," and
So
that can
that's why you
bring
gotta
down
reassure the
morale.
person. Definitely.
That's good. Sounds like an amazing team.
It is.
A good job. This was my first time commentating ever, so
Oh, wow,
I am
you did really
honored.
good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Wait to hear you for the next matches.
I hope so. We'll see. Hopefully I get a fellow yapper on here with me so we can have even more fun.
Oh,
But yeah,
yes.
I am honored to have this be my first commentary.
I'm glad. And I hope you keep going.
Thank you. I love the competitive scene, you know? And once again, great matches. Highly entertaining for me.
I'm glad.
Um, anything else you want to say? We kind of just have the time for the moment.
Oh, yeah, there's a while for the next match. Honestly, I don't have much to say besides that Rebel's gonna win. That's all I gotta say.
Gotcha.
So the other teams gotta watch out for us.
Yeah, looking pretty solid there. I will continue to stalk you guys from a distance.
Oh, scary.
Not to worry. Maybe.
Oh, um,
All right. Let's see. You have the mic. You can kind of just I don't know.
I
They
don't know
just
what to
kind of put us
say.
up here. Welcome to my world.
You're right, you're right. I don't
But
even
don't
know what to
worry.
say.
But don't worry. If anything goes wrong, it's it's someone else's fault for giving us the mics. You know.
Literally. I didn't expect the interview to last this long. Surprised.
Um. Let's see, let's see.
No,
How
but
do we feel
actually, I
about
think it's
Lanternus?
a Lanternus. Yeah, I really like her. She has
Mhm.
potential. It's like perfumer, seer, and pharaoh, I guess, combined all in one.
Do you see her as support, kite, rescue? Like, what do you think her main role is gonna emerge as?
Definitely, like her rescue and support capabilities are definitely insane. Like the fact that she can stop the chair time for a specific
Oh
amount
my
of time
goodness.
is really game changing.
I know. I I kinda lose my mind when people, like, rescue at 51. It's okay, I do it too, but I think
Yes.
that's part of being, like, a rescuer main, so I'm excited to see it.
It's kind of like Efron's ability a little bit too, move the chair,
Yeah, yeah.
but you
Efron's
don't really
another
move the
one.
chair.
No, you don't. You just kinda well, yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
You think they're gonna nerf her to the ground before we see her, though?
Most definitely. But can I also give a shout out to my members?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so shout out to Justice, Reika,
Woo!
Zach, SGI, Nobody, Styrus,
Got any
and the rest
special
of everybody.
messages from them?
You guys suck. Get better.
No! No!
Okay, no, I'm joking, I'm joking, I'm joking.
Ah.
You guys are perfect. I'm so happy to have them as my members for my team.
Yeah,
They've
you
been through it
should
all,
be.
the
Dang,
ups and
I see
downs.
you guys got a lot of seasoned members on your team, am I right?
Yeah, I got a lot of old gens.
Mhm, I noticed that. Some pretty deep, survivor pools, if I was seeing correctly.
Yeah, we play a lot of characters. I mean, it's good, especially in the competitive scene, to be able to play a decent amount of characters.
Mhm, mhm. Oh, I guess I should ask, if anybody in the chat has any questions while we're here.
Oh,
I don't
yes.
know how much time you have, but they haven't pulled us off the channel yet, so I figured this is just our space now. Okay, all right, let's just talk
Okay,
some
okay.
strategy then. It's just us here and 29 people in the chat and whoever
Oh,
decides to watch the VOD afterwards, but it's just us.
yeah, it's just us for now.
Mhm. Still waiting to see if there's any questions in the chat. Um, oh, like I was saying, any special messages from any of the other team members, anything they wanna say?
Oh, yeah, let me ask.
I was snooping through some profiles and I saw somebody at like level 260 something, and I was like, dang.
It's probably Justice, yeah.
No, it's your player, I Heart My BF.
Oh, yes, it's Zach. That's Zach.
Yes. I was like, dang,
He's
that's
really good.
Peepaw right there.
Grandpa,
Grandpa! We love and respect Grandpa.
real. Grandpa carried.
Mhm.
No, but just a little fun fact. Actually, Rebel participated in IVT this year.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
we got to
you?
top 16.
Oh, that's so exciting. I feel a little
Yeah,
like awestruck now.
we were almost top 8. Almost.
Wow. Impressive. Are you gonna try again this next turnaround?
Definitely. We're aiming for KOA, so that's going to be exciting.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm feeling even more honored now to have been able to commentate your guys' match.
Oh, yes.
Let's see.
Really.
We have
Yeah.
somebody in the chat saying, I want to see Ivy. I don't know if nobody plays Ivy.
Oh,
Oh, I have
definitely.
Ivy.
He plays Ivy.
Okay. So we might
Yeah,
be able to look forward to that in the future.
definitely. He plays a lot of meta hunters like Ivy, Goatman, Opera. He also has his signature Hunter Feaster.
Beaster!
Yeah, you guys might see a Feaster game.
Oh, I got shivers. I don't like that guy. but I can respect the grind. I can respect it.
We'll just display Hunter in the next game. You know what? Yeah, I'll consider. He's been cooking
Yeah,
on Hunter recently.
I think I saw something there on the profile, something or
Oh, yeah,
two.
he should be like a
Exciting.
high tier Hunter right now on his
All
profile.
right, they're yelling at us from behind the stage. So,
Oh no.
any final words before we get pulled
Uh,
into the void?
I just want to say that I can't wait to see the other teams play.
Me too. I hope to be there for it, and I hope to see you guys play again soon.
Thank you.
Yeah, good
All
job
right.
today, and good luck for the future matches.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you. All right, everybody. Looks like we are wrapping up now. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for showing all the support. Be sure to show support to the next teams to follow, and I believe we actually have another match today in just